You're locked into the Grizzly Digital Network. It's time for Grizzlies Live. Now, let's go live to the voice of the Grizzlies, Matt Mahoney.
Welcome, everybody, to Grizzlies Live here at Newk Eatery. As always, I'm your host, Matt Mahoney, voice of the Grizzlies, and we have a special guest on the show here today, and Stan Hall, the Executive Director for the Gwinnett Sports Commission. Stan, how are we doing today?
Well, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I look forward to it.
We are glad to have you here on the show. I know what the Gwinnett Sports Commission is. You know what it is, but educate our fans. What is the Gwinnett Sports Commission, and what do you do for us here in Gwinnett County?
Well, the Sports Commission has been around in Gwinnett for quite a while, actually, probably about 12 years or so, but our main mission is to bring sports events to Gwinnett of all levels, whether it's youth, high school, collegiate, professional, whatever it is. And we do it in several different ways, but our main mission is to bring sporting events to Gwinnett County.
And so we're glad to be a part of that here at Grizzly Athletics. And you've been here quite a long time here in Gwinnett County.
I'm a native to Gwinnett.
You're a native here. What has the sports landscape in Gwinnett County been like, and how has it changed over the years?
Oh, it's changed 180 degrees. I grew up in a county that was much more small and rural than it is now, obviously.
Yeah.
We had 2 or 3 high schools that sort of controlled the landscape of sports. And as you know, we've got so many schools now in our public school system and our private school system. Georgia Gwinnett coming on board, so
yeah.
Athletics has changed completely. We're very much a sports destination now.
And it's a change for the good. Not always changes are good. This has been great, and you guys run a ton of events here, and a lot of marquee names and events that the folks may know. One of them, probably you're most proud of, is the Greater Gwinnett Championship, a PGA event down at TPC Sugarloaf. What's it like behind the scenes to host an event like that?
It's one of the most exciting things I've ever been involved in. I'm a huge golf fan, so being able to get PGA golf back to Gwinnett after we had it for so long with the old Bell South Classic. When it went away, we always tried to figure out a way to get it back, and we finally did get it back through the Champions Tour. We're ready to start on our 3rd year of the Champions Tour back here in Gwinnett, and it's just tremendous. It's a great event for Gwinnett.
GGC, a big partnership and a part of that foundation. News last week, Angel Jimenez, returning champion back in that field. You had to be happy about that.
Oh, totally happy about it. And, he came in, last year was his first Champions Tour event he's ever played in.
Right.
Won it from start to finish, led it from start to finish, obviously won the event. We always like for our champion to come back and try to defend his championship. We were worried about Jimenez because he plays a lot on the European tour.
A lot of travel.
A lot of travel. But he did call last week and said he was definitely coming back to defend his championship, and we couldn't be any happier. He's a great fan favorite for that event. So.
Colin Montgomery as well. Davis Love III. It was a great field
Freddie
last
Couples.
year. Fred Couples was there. It was just a phenomenal.
Well, and in our first year, Bernhard Langer was our champion.
Right.
Again, could not have had a better champion than Bernhard Langer. He's been great for us. Came back in town several times to market, promote the event.
Yeah.
So we're 2 for 2 on great champions. So
we're looking forward to 3 for 3. What other events are you guys responsible for here at a pretty high entertaining level?
Well, I don't know if you know or not, but we control some other venues as well. The Sports Commission is directly involved in the operation of the arena at Gwinnett Center.
Wow.
We bring pretty big events there, Southeastern Conference, basketball, gymnastics. We've had the NCAA out there a couple times for their national gymnastics championships out there. And then on sort of a family fun thing, just next month we've got the Harlem Globetrotters coming. And then on the other side of the coin, we also control Coolray Field.
Wow.
That's a facility that's owned by the taxpayers of Gwinnett County. Sports Commission actually is in charge of operating that facility with the AAA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves, the Gwinnett Braves, playing there. But we have a great relationship with the Braves and could not be prouder of that venue as well.
So help me out here. If you're the executive director for the Gwinnett Sports Commission, you got a little pull, right?
Well, a little bit, I hope.
So can you get Coach Stromdahl and I a BP session at Coolray Field this summer?
I can tell you what I'll tell everybody. I'll do my best.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Tea time at Sugarloaf. I'm sure Dr. Wilson.
I'll do my best.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough here. For those of Grizzly fans out there, if they could attend one of those events, the Gwinnett Gladiators is in that group as
Absolutely.
well. SEC women's basketball. If they haven't been to one of those events, which one would you recommend?
Well, since it's upcoming, or just around the corner, I would say come to the golf event. We come up on April the 13th. We're always the week after the Masters.
Yep.
It's a great event for Gwinnett County. Just to give you an example, Matt, last year, from an economic impact perspective, that tournament brought $10 million to Gwinnett County. It's huge. It's telecast live on the Golf Channel. It goes across the nation, goes to 132 foreign countries. So Gwinnett is definitely in the spotlight in a global state during that week of golf. So I would invite you to come to all the things we put on, including your guys' events. But next up on the agenda for us is our third tournament. So please come out for that on April the 13th.
Absolutely. April 13th there at TPC Sugarloaf. Had a chance to attend that event last year. It's very fan-friendly.
Totally fan-friendly.
You get a really up-close and personal look at these golfers. It's a great look. For you, you've been a part of, involved in Grizzly athletics since its inception. You were at the very first soccer game. How have things changed in a short amount of time with Dr. Wilson, Grizzly athletics, and how they fit into the Gwinnett County scheme?
From a sports perspective, we always wanted and desired to have a college in town for the obvious presence that it brings on the collegiate level. We didn't have that. We have a lot of fans who are UGA fans and a lot of Tech fans and a lot of Southeastern ACC fans, but we wanted a school where Gwinnett County could call it its own. So when Georgia Gwinnett came on board and the sports program started to evolve, we could not have been more excited. I did go to that first soccer game, and I was excited about it, and I've watched the facilities get bigger and better, the team additions. So for us, we could not be more excited than to have you guys out there, and we only expect bigger and better things to come from Georgia Gwinnett.
Absolutely. You guys are involved through youth here in the Gwinnett County as well, bringing AAU tournaments and travel ball events, and we can fit into that scheme somehow there with Grizzly athletics.
No doubt. One of the things that the school offers is the facilities you have. And when we're out trying to attract tournaments and travel teams and AAU stuff, as you said, being able to say, look at these facilities we have here in Gwinnett, what you guys have done there at Georgia Gwinnett by adding even more and better, stronger facilities only gives us more leverage to bring those teams in. So I see us working hand in hand as far as just promoting sports as a destination here in the Atlanta area through Gwinnett.
Well, Stan, I'm excited about what you can bring to us, what we can bring to you, the future of Grizzly fans and Grizzly athletics out there. Definitely looking forward to that BP session with Coach Stromdahl at Coolray Field.
I'll get it done. Go Grizzlies, right?
Go Grizzlies, absolutely. But real quick before you go, where can people find out more about the Gwinnett Sports Commission?
GwinnettSportsCommission.com. Anything you want to know about sports in Gwinnett hopefully is being covered there, upcoming events, how to get tickets, etc. You guys are certainly covered well on our website, and encourage anybody to go check it out.
Stan, thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back with head men's and women's tennis coach Chase Hodges right here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. While you're watching today's broadcast, I wanted to highlight the academic accomplishments of our players who stand out in the classroom. Academic success is a vital part of the experience at GGC, and for our students who earn a 3.0 or higher semester GPA, they have their name added to the AD's honor roll. With team GPAs as high as 3.7, we've had excellent performance to date and over 50 athletes per semester earning AD honor roll distinction. So while you're enjoying the athletic feats of our players today, know that your Grizzlies are doing us proud in the classroom as well.
Hi, this is Dr. Ian Potter, Assistant Athletics Director for Compliance and Academic Services. Compliance with NAIA rules is of the highest priority for our athletics program and institution. As a member of the NAIA, Georgia Gwinnett College is responsible for the actions of its coaches, student athletes, faculty, staff, fans, boosters, friends, and alumni. We are committed to the principle of institutional control, operating our athletics program in a manner consistent with the letter and spirit of the NAIA and Georgia Gwinnett College regulations. Thanks for watching today's broadcast, and go Grizzlies!
Right now, season passes are available to catch all the exciting Grizzly athletics action. Grab the Diamond Combo for baseball and softball, the men's and women's soccer pass, or a Grizzly All-Sport pass for the whole family. Act now with savings up to 50% off. For more information, call the Office of Athletics at 678-407-5280 or go online at grizzlyathletics.com. You can also purchase season passes at the ticket booth on game day. So get in the game now, Grizzlies, and get your season passes today. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live in Newk City. We have joined now by our regular guest and head men's and women's tennis coach, Chase Hodges. Coach, how we doing?
Doing great. Can't complain. Loving the weather.
Still number one, right?
We are.
I just want to check in every now and then because we've been for so long, I'm afraid they're going to take it away from you.
New poll came out yesterday. Both men and women are number one. It helps that we haven't lost, so it's kind of tough to move us out of that spot. But you never know. I mean, got to keep it going.
So the rest of the NAI were the best team. What's Coach think? What's the assessment so far on the women's side? We're going to talk about the Grizzly women's tennis today. What's your assessment? Only small sample, 2 games, but you've seen them practice and work out a lot recently.
Well, next week we're going to learn a lot because we're playing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Got Georgia Perimeter on Tuesday. Got a very difficult match at Clayton State on Wednesday. And then we face the number 1 team in Division III on the road in Eatery on Thursday. So when you ask me that question next week or on Wednesday, at least I'll know a little bit. So, I feel good about where we are. I know that we're going to learn a lot next week. So it's just a matter of the team that we have, everybody's healthy. So I think that we're at full strength, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Any concerns? I mean, there's kind of a 3-week layoff there, 2.5, I think, long layoff. You kind of a second preseason workout regimen, from what I understand. Any concerns about those 3 matches in 3 days other than the competition?
I mean, just the fact that we haven't been playing, due to the weather. I mean, but with that being said, you just got to play with the hand you're dealt, and we're going to do our best to go out there and get victories. And the positive is we're rested. So there's no reason why any of the ladies should be tired or anything of that. They've had plenty of rest. They should be ready to go.
5 returners from last year's national championship team. Has there somebody stepped up and kind of been a clear-cut leader so far this season?
Well, I think Helga Panones, who's been a newcomer, she was elected as a captain along with Valeria Poda. So I think she's been a breath of fresh air. She's very competitive. She competes hard, and I think once we start playing our dual matches, I think she's going to be sort of a vocal leader for us. Poda's been pretty good at that number 1 line, from my assessment. Just throwing that out there. She's been all right. She's solid.
What about that second line? Is there some competition, a little bit more depth on this team? Can you tell me who the second best player is?
Well, I mean, our 2 through 6, Valetti is our 1, and then our 2 through 6 is pretty much however we want to play it. So, we have about 5 players that are going to be randomly competing for those spots. So we're extremely deep, which I think is a big bonus. So 2 through 6, we can flip a coin and put whoever we want there.
And does it change week to week? Some people are better than others based on who they're playing and what the conditions are.
Yeah, I mean, it's been changing. We're still in the process of evaluating because, we've only had those 2 matches. So, it's one of those things where it's kind of hard just to gauge someone just on practice alone. So we'd like to see how they're actually going to compete in the real matches, and that will pretty much tell us what kind of competitor they are.
Who's stepped up? Who surprised you maybe a little bit? Flew under the radar, and now maybe they're in one of those 5 spots for the second spot?
Yeah, I think one of our newcomers, Laura Wayner, is someone that she sat out the fall. She's a Division I transfer from University of Northern Colorado. She played primarily the number 4 or number 5 spot. Had a great season in her rookie campaign, and she's come in the fall we knew she was a special player, but she had some injuries, so she wasn't able to practice or compete too much. Since she's come back from the break, she's really stepped it up a notch, and I think she's going to be a great player for us.
Absolutely. We'll see the Grizzlies at home next week to start that 3-match stretch in 3 days. Georgia Perimeter, and again, anytime the Grizzlies toe the line, it's going to be against a quality opponent. This time, don't be put off by the junior college name of Georgia Perimeter. This is going to be a good team.
Yeah, they've got a national ranking. I think they're top 10 in the nation in JUCO. They always have their top players are always going to Division I type university. So I think that's going to be a nice match to get the ladies prepared. The men are also playing on Tuesday, so I think it's going to be a perfect match for us.
Yeah, doubleheader again next Tuesday, February 24th versus Georgia Perimeter. Both teams will be in action on both the men's and the women's side. Coach, stay warm out there, man.
I will. You too.
I'll try my best. I hate this cold weather. It drives me nuts.
It's not ideal, but we'll make the most of it.
That's head men's and women's tennis coach Chase Hodges here on the Grizzly Digital Network. We'll take a break. We'll come back with head baseball coach Brad Stromdahl. This is Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Hi, Grizzly fans. This is Ned Colgrove, Assistant Athletics Director for External Operations. Right now is the time for you to join us inside the Grizzly Club. Your tax-deductible contributions will go towards scholarship opportunities, travel expenses, championships, and student-athlete development. Plus, you'll have exclusive offers for game tickets and inside events. Your support truly makes the difference as we develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. Join the Grizzly Club today. Go Grizzlies!
Hello, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. Here at Grizzly Athletics, we pride ourselves in our 5 core values: service, leadership, sportsmanship, responsibility, and the pursuit of excellence. Our mission is to develop lifelong leaders of character through academic and athletic excellence. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, and we thank you for your support of our program. Go Grizzlies!
Grizzly fans, be sure to join the conversation right now during today's broadcast. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Grizzly Athletics. Also, be sure to use the hashtag Grizzly Athletics to share your comments, photos, and videos. Don't be left out. You can check out inside updates straight from the Grizzlies, plus see what other fans are talking about. We want to hear from you, so join the Grizzly Athletics conversation right now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grizzlies Live at Newk, Eatery. We're joined now by head baseball coach Brad Stromdahl. Coach, how we doing?
Good, Matthew. How are you today?
We're hanging in there, trying to stay warm. My God, it was cold yesterday.
It was a little chilly.
I was and I'm not trying to speak at all because you guys were out there in the element. I was in the warm, toasty press box, but it was still too cold for me.
Yeah, we got those little heaters we turn up, and we're fine.
What was the difference yesterday in falling short to Truett or sweeping Lindenwood Belleville over the weekend?
What was the difference?
Yeah.
We won versus Lindenwood, and we lost versus Truett.
Yeah.
We just didn't get done what we needed to get done last night, and we got done what we needed to get done versus Lindenwood. So it was put the ball in play. It's something we always talk about, and unfortunately we fell a little short last night, but it's a good learning lesson for our team.
You keep talking about how young this team is. They keep learning. Is that curve still moving in the right direction? Maybe not where you want it to be.
So. One would hope that it's a good curve. Hopefully we're not on the other side of the bell curve, but I think that we've learned from every single mistake in every single game. And what we really have to do is put together one single clean game.
Yeah.
Pitching, defense, and offense. And we haven't done that yet, which leads me to believe that our best is still ahead of us.
And at 8-3, it's not all bad.
It's not bad, but this time last year we were 6-3.
Okay.
So if you think about that, it's you put it a little,
Perspective.
Piece of sunshine on the day-to-day. So
Absolutely. Well, we got some highlights from the Lindenwood Belleville doubleheader on Friday. We'll dive right into this. As in a tie ball game in the third inning, Ty Abbott comes up with a big RBI to give the Grizzlies the lead.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, that's exactly what we talk about. We talk about just putting the ball in play, hitting the ball the other way with runners in scoring position, and he did exactly that. He's a big piece of this puzzle that we're trying to fit together and trying to make happen. And our guys are going to come around. We just got to knock down the strikeouts. I mean, that's what this comes down to. Pitching staff did an amazing job last night. Did a great job this weekend. We just have to figure out how to put it all together all the time, every game.
Yeah, absolutely. Another great arm here. Christian Turnipseed comes on for a 4-out save, a 1-run ball game in the 8th, strikes that young man out, and then don't worry about it, ho-hum in the 9th, strikes out the side again.
No, absolutely. He did a great job, and just putting the ball in there, and that's what his job is. He comes in, and we got to get him the ball at the end of the game so that we can get to this video and have a nice little talk on Wednesday. So that's what we're trying to do. And so he did a great job. He's our closer. He's a go-to guy. Everybody knows that when he's on the mound, we're going to win.
Absolutely.
And if we can get him the ball and we can get that part of it going and be at the end of the game, it's a great thing for us, and it's a great thing for our season.
Absolutely. Game 1, the Grizzlies win 5-3. Moving on to game 2 here. Grizzlies down 2-1, and again they explode for 6 runs in the 5th inning as Trey Haygood gets things started with an infield single and then just mashing the ball over the ballpark here with back-to-back-to-back doubles.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize it was back-to-back. We could have used one of those last night.
Yeah.
But they did a great job. Again, when we got into their bullpen, we talked a little bit about, getting the starting pitcher out of there. And after we get the starting pitcher out of it, that's when we can really thrive. And I think that this is an example of that. It's the bottom of the 5th, I believe.
Timmerman's double there. He had a great day on Saturday. Hit 2 bombs in game number 2. Is his bat starting to warm up a little bit?
It is. He's doing a really good job of putting the ball in play, staying off some of the high stuff that everybody has swung at early. And that's part of the mix of getting into the season, and a lot of these teams haven't played a lot of games. And so hopefully as we kind of get into the middle part of our season, we've already played 11 games. So hopefully as we get into some of the meat of this season, we're going to be able to catch some teams that have only played a few games. And that's good for us because we've already played, we've already gone through our ups and downs. Hopefully we're not on the other side of that bell curve and still going up.
Absolutely. We see Turnipseed again in the 9th here. Tie ball game this time, and again, strikes out the side. He needed 7 outs on Friday and had 7 strikeouts. That's dominant.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. That's why he's here. And so he's here to do that, and that's his job, is to strike people out.
So he takes care of the top of the ninth. We move to the bottom of the ninth, and William Pascal washes every negative thing away here and comes up with the game-winning walk-off base hit.
Yeah, he did a good job. And the kid competes. That kid competes so hard. And, you know, like just watching him run around the bases right there, he knew that he was going to do it. He was excited. He wasn't jumping up and down. I mean, he probably is now.
Well, he's running for his life here in a minute.
But that's him. It's not, you know, he's like, okay, this is what I do. This is what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
I just compete and I just want to win, and so we get a little bit more of that from everybody. I think that we're going to be in a really, really good position at the end of the year.
First double-header sweep of the season. We followed up with another one on Saturday. We swept the Lynx all together here, and now another big weekend coming up here. Number 8, Georgetown's coming to town. 3-game set. What do you practice on between now and then to get ready for the Tigers?
I really use a lot of hand warmers in my batting gloves, going like this. But no, I mean, it's really just getting into our two-strike approach. I thought our pitching staff did a really good job this weekend, did a really good job yesterday, putting the ball in the zone, competing in. And so I think that really what we have to do is make sure that we just start to execute a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I got 30 or 31 errors on the season, which is more than some teams will have an entire year. But the good thing is we're 8-3, and so hopefully we can use the 9-error game and some of the other error 3, 4, 5 multiple error games as a learning tool for us to go in, and we got to take care of the ball this weekend.
Right.
Have to put the ball in the strike zone. We can't strike out. We have to limit our strikeouts. You know, there's competitive strikeouts, and then there's giveaway strikeouts.
Right.
We need to have competitive strikeouts that are going to be balls in the zone as opposed to just chasing out of the zone. And so if we do those few things, it puts ourselves in a position to at least be there at the end.
And you sneak a curveball in on the back door on Sunday with the AII opponent in Fisher. Do you hold something back on Sunday? Because you got to win, but then you know there's going to be something big on the line later down the season.
No, we just go. I mean, we go, and you know, fortunately, we're hosting the tournament, so we're in it. And so we need to win Georgetown game 1, and we need to win Georgetown game 2 and 3, and then we have to worry about what happens at the end. So,
well, Coach, we're looking forward to another great weekend of baseball here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Looking forward to it all. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks, man.
That's head baseball coach Brad Stromdahl. We'll take a break. We'll come back and put a nice little bow on this show. You're watching Grizzlies Live at Newk's Eatery on the Grizzly Digital Network. The Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies compete in the heart of Gwinnett County in metro Atlanta. The Grizzlies currently field 6 teams and compete at the state-of-the-art Grizzly Athletics Complex. Georgia Gwinnett College is transforming higher education and celebrating 10 years since its charter class in 2005. As you plan your next trip to see the Grizzlies, log on to grizzlyathletics.com and select the Visitor's Guide. From driving directions to local points of interest and a listing of our proud sponsors, log on to grizzlyathletics.com. Grizzly fans, be sure to join the conversation right now during today's broadcast. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Grizzly Athletics. Also, be sure to use the hashtag Grizzly Athletics to share your comments, photos, and videos. Don't be left out. You can check out inside updates straight from the Grizzlies, plus see what other fans are talking about. We want to hear from you, so join the Grizzly Athletics conversation right now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Darren Wilson, Director of Athletics at Georgia Gwinnett College. While you're watching today's broadcast, I wanted to highlight the academic accomplishments of our players who stand out in the classroom. Academic success is a vital part of the experience at GGC, and for our students who earn a 3.0 or higher semester GPA, they have their name added to the AD's honor roll. With team GPAs as high as 3.7, we've had excellent performance to date and over 50 athletes per semester earning AD honor roll distinction. So while you're enjoying the athletic feats of our players today, know that your Grizzlies are doing us proud in the classroom as well.
Right now, season passes are available to catch all the exciting Grizzly Athletics action. Grab the Diamond Combo for baseball and softball, the men's and women's soccer pass, or a Grizzly All-Sport pass for the whole family. Act now with savings up to 50% off. For more information, call the Office of Athletics at 678-407-5280 or go online at grizzlyathletics.com. You can also purchase season passes at the ticket booth on game day. So get in the game now, Grizzlies, and get your season passes today. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery. Big thanks to Stan Hall, Executive Director of the Gwinnett Sports Commission, that was able to be a guest on our show here today. Get involved with their website, and again, whether it's the G-Braves, the Gladiators, TPC Sugarloaf, and the Greater Gwinnett Championship, really encourage all the Grizzly fans to get out and explore sports here in Gwinnett County, including Georgia Gwinnett. Baseball will be back at it again this weekend. Big showdown. Number 6 Georgia Gwinnett, number 8 Georgetown. Both these teams in the World Series last year. We'll play a 3-game set. We'll have you covered all weekend long on the Grizzly Digital Network. And then again on Sunday, we're going to come right back to the ballpark, and the Grizzlies are going to face fellow AII opponent in Fisher. First pitch is scheduled for about 3:30. Fisher is going to play Georgetown beforehand, and then we'll wrap things up with Fisher later on. Again, about 3:30 or so for that ball game. Schedule changes for softball. No Grizzly softball today at Faulkner. That game has been canceled altogether. Friday, there's an adjustment on the schedule. We will go to Thomasville, Georgia. First pitch at 1 o'clock, Georgia Gwinnett versus Thomas. That was scheduled at home. Now it's going to be on the road. Cat Islandberg squad will return home on Saturday versus Asbury. That game is at 1 o'clock, and it will be a doubleheader, and we will have that for you on the Grizzly Digital Network. Sunday will be an all-Fisher day on the broadcast, as Cat Islandberg squad will also take on fellow AII opponent in Fisher. First pitch scheduled for 1 o'clock. Again, forewarning, more weather coming in the area this weekend. Stay tuned to Grizzly Athletics for the latest changes and information. That is going to be your home. Stay on the Twitter and the Facebook and all that fun stuff. Any changes, read it first, hear it first on GrizzliesAthletics.com. Chase Hodges tennis programs will be in action next Tuesday. The women will take on Georgia Perimeter at 4 o'clock. The men will take on Georgia Perimeter at the same time as well at 4 o'clock. Big showdown here. Don't worry about the JUCO. Don't worry about the NAI. Those are 2 really good tennis programs going head-to-head next Tuesday. Our tweet of the week comes from a big Grizzly fan, and Joe Arens, who had some Grizzly fans looking for dates on Valentine's Day at the Grizzly Baseball Complex this past Saturday. Joe was our Grizzly Athletics tweet of the week by using the hashtag Grizzly Baseball. Grizzly fans, you can be our tweet of the week by using any one of the hashtags you see on your screen there. I hope I have you all educated for this weekend. We'll have you covered on the Grizzly Digital Network for the most part, and I'm really looking forward to it. And as always here, Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery at 12 noon every Wednesday, a recap and a preview of everything that's going on here with Grizzly Athletics. Colin, am I good? We're good. Marissa, are we good? Clay, where's Clay? Clay!
You don't have a thumbs up yet.
What's up, buddy?
All right.
What can I do you for?
We got a big announcement coming.
Really? Today?
Big announcement? Yes, this afternoon.
Okay.
Stay tuned, GrizzlyAthletics.com.
Can you give me a hint? Just a big announcement.
It's a big announcement.
At what time? This afternoon? 4 or 5 o'clock or so?
Yes,
5 o'clock?
Stay tuned.
Grizzly?
Social media, GrizzlyAthletics.com. We're pretty excited about it.
All right, sounds good. 5 o'clock. Tune back in to Grizzly Athletics and all the social media stuff, and we'll have Clay's big announcement. We'll see what it's all about, Clay. Thanks for dropping by, man.
No problem.
How's your lunch? Your lunch good?
I haven't eaten yet.
Go eat. And that'll do it here for our entire cast and crew for Grizzlies Live at Newk Eatery right here on the Grizzly Digital Network. I'm Matt Mahoney saying so long, everybody. This is the Grizzly Digital Network.
We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors for making today's broadcast possible. You can watch archive broadcasts and feature stories in the On Demand tab of the Grizzly Digital Network. For the most recent information, log on to GrizzlyAthletics.com.